Are you struggling with PayPal's Checkout.js not calling the onAuthorize function? You're not alone. This is a common issue that can be frustrating, especially when you're trying to complete a transaction. I totally get it. You've set everything up, entered your information, and yet the onAuthorize function just won't trigger. It's like preparing for a big event and then no one shows up. Trust me, many developers have faced this same challenge. Let's dive into the specific situation. One user reached out saying, "I can see the PayPal checkout page and enter my details, but the onAuthorize function never gets called. The only function that runs is on cancel." Does this sound familiar? If so, let's explore this together. So, what could be going wrong here? The onAuthorize function is supposed to be called when a payment is approved. But if it's not triggering, it could be due to several reasons, such as incorrect environment settings or issues with the payment creation process. Stay tuned. I'll share some troubleshooting steps that can help you resolve this issue. And trust me, you won't want to miss the final tip that could save you a lot of headaches. To address the issue with the onAuthorize function not being called, the user should first ensure that the PayPal button is correctly set up. This includes verifying that the environment is set to sandbox and that the client ID is correctly configured. Next, the user should check the payment function to confirm that it is returning a valid payment object. This is crucial because the onAuthorize function will only be triggered if the payment is successfully created. The user should also inspect the browser's console for any errors during the payment process. This can provide insights into why the onAuthorize function is not being called. Finally, if everything seems correct, the user should test with different test credit card numbers provided by PayPal. Sometimes, specific test cards may not trigger the onAuthorize function as expected. Fun fact, did you know that PayPal processes over 200 transactions every second? That's a lot of payments. But even the best systems can have hiccups. Now, let's look at the answers provided by other users. One user shared an alternative solution to the issue with onAuthorize not being called in PayPal Checkout.js. They discovered that in the sandbox environment, only the onCancel function gets triggered. To work around this, they suggested adding a conditional statement in the onCancel function to handle the response and call their server, mimicking the intended behavior of onAuthorize. The user also noted that when they tested with production keys, the onAuthorize function worked as expected. This indicates that the issue may be specific to the sandbox environment. Here's a pro tip. Always log the data object in your onCancel function. This can provide valuable insights into what went wrong during the transaction process. And there you have it. By following these steps, you should be able to troubleshoot the onAuthorize issue effectively. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe for more tips and tricks on coding and troubleshooting.